or they try to.
What in God's name is going on in here? What was that ruckus?
What ruckus?
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
You're now listening to Music Impulse with Smilez.
Virgos that people look at as negative, but I just think are just I just have to look at them as positives. You know, like Virgos are critical.
Yeah.
I don't think Virgos are critical. I think Virgos are detailed, or how Virgos are honest.
Mm-hmm.
We're very brutally honest.
Brutally honest.
But it's a good thing because it's like the Virgo friend. We're not gonna play with you. Like we're gonna.
That's what I said too. That's what I saw you. But wouldn't you like somebody that wouldn't lie to you? Wouldn't you just like somebody to tell you like how it is?
Yeah.
I think Virgos maybe can soften it up a little bit, but that's not our strong suit. Like we just have to get the information out and tell you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like this will make me feel better just to just get it out.
Yeah, if I just tell you, you know what, this is how you fucking up and this is why. Or my thing that I'm usually the unbiased friend, and so when someone like come to me looking for like comfort for something, I'm like, no, you tripping. No, you didn't do right in the situation, and it may not be what you want to hear. But
it's the truth.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's what you need to hear. So I'm not always the friend that's gonna be like. And now if it comes like if we're in person, now it's fuck whoever. Like I'm not going to get my friend because Virgos are really loyal too.
Yeah.
When it's just me and you gonna be like, no, this is where you messed up that friend. Like you was wrong here. But I ain't gonna tell nobody else you was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a coworker tell me that the other day because she was talking about some dude she keep messing with, and one girl in our department was just like straight up was like, "No, why are you fucking?" And then I said the same thing, and the girl was like, because she was like, "Oh yeah, I understand, Josh," and she was like, "I just said the same thing." She was like, "Yeah, but Josh said it in a way, like nicer way."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah. I was like, what she trying to say is, you know that nigga ain't no good.
Mm-hmm. Or the overthinking.
Yeah,
another Virgo trait, but I feel like that's not necessarily a bad thing because, you know, me overthinking, I'm usually prepared for everything. So I have everything you'll ever need just because I overthought. Like, who knew that you're gonna need a red Sharpie? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just shit like that, like a red Sharpie or a flathead screwdriver that I carry with me, because you never know when you're gonna need it. And that's the Virgo overthinking. That's how I operate. Like, I'm the MacGyver. I'm the good MacGyver. In my car, I got a gun, I got a sanitizer, I got a whole tool set. I got a lot of stuff.
She said, I'm gonna be ready for any situation.
Ready. Try to be.
And see, that's kind of how I stay overly prepared for like work. So like I like work in school, like I have a pen, like how you say you have like a red marker, like I carry like a pen of different colors, like a blue pen, a black pen, a red pen. And then I have like about 5 different highlighters that I use because it's like, this one means this and this one means that and this one means this. So it's like, you know, everything has its own little system. So I definitely, you know, I over prioritize at work and at school.
Yeah.
That I do know.
Virgos, some Virgos are super organized. I'm not that Virgo.
Mm-mm.
I'm not that Virgo. I'm not the note taking. Everything has a color. I'm not that Virgo because it's but I am a detail, look at everything type Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say I'm that too because I'm organized, disorganized mess. Like, yeah, things may be disorganized, but if I know something's been moved, or I don't know, like,
yeah,
like I know it was right. Like I know it was right here. It may look a mess right here, but I know.
I know what's missing.
Yeah.
Right.
Disorganized organization. That's me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I'm like, hold on, something ain't right.
Mhm.
I know.
And then when you clean up, it's just like you done forgot where you done put it.
Yep.
Hey, you.
Like I've even had where I remember when I was little, I used to hide money and be like, "Now, where did I put that $20?" Well, that also had to do with, like, you know, my mom and her past. I want to take some money. I'd be like, I just want to put this away so that way you don't know where it is, and then I'll forget, like, oh yeah, I had that $20 somewhere. I just don't know where I put it at.
No, hid the money from yourself.
Yeah.
No, hid it so good. Hid it from yourself.
Find it like 3 months later, like, oh yeah, I did put it.
That's where I put it.
But you're probably gonna find it when you really, really need it, though.
Yep.
That can usually work out. You know, you hide it from yourself, and then you find, oh, I was just listen. I was talking about plasma earlier. I was gonna go sell some plasma.
I was getting right here. Let's go hit these streets to get this plasma money. I ain't even gotta do that no more. Sorry, crackheads, not today.
Right.
Today.
Yeah, but how's quarantine been for the two of y'all? I know y'all both been like working from home and having kids and all that. So how's it been with y'all? Why would you go first,
well,
Kasha?
for me, it's okay. Yeah. Well, for me, you know, it's been different. I mean, working from home, I actually enjoy it. But now that you kind of throw like school in there for the kids, it makes it a little difficult because it's like now I have to schedule my breaks and lunches around her schedule rather than follow. So it's like I'm trying to match up our schedules together and everything and just trying to fluctuate with that. But I mean, other than that, we've been making the best of the quarantine over here. Like you see, you know, like last night I had my virtual party, you know, so I'm making the best of what I can. We still go out and do things, like she still goes to dance practice and things of that nature. But other than that, I mean, we just be at home, kind of be chilling. Really, I don't stay away from everybody.
Because again, we're not the perfect couple, but I guarantee you, we probably the
work
realest.
Together. Yeah, and we work together, and that is something that's a strength right there with us working together and communicating. And it took us a minute to get there, like communication level, but it works. Yeah. And then I would also say another strength is the outcomes that it's showing, like everything with the business, like in the podcast. Amen. Like how we were saying, we specialize in results. We have the Skeeters has been getting a lot, and then not even only the Skeeters, but like just going with the full and all the verse. It's been coming a lot of big doors have been opening for us. For sure.
Yeah, because like even with the Skeeters, y'all planned to like stop originally when London was born, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. We had planned to stop, and then people was like, "No, we want
going.
more.
We want to hear the journey."
Yeah.
So then it turned into a parenthood pod, and I just looked at it because we don't number the Skeeters episodes, right? So a couple things I told you with some of these spinoffs, it was like, all right, we here now, but like I'm not gonna do this every week. I'm not gonna make it as regimented as like how the main show is or whatever, like because it's a chance to do something different. But people wanted to see Neezy, and then I just now looked at it, like we almost had 100 episodes of the Skeeters. Like we had like 95, 97. So, and honestly, like it's kind of cool because we started when we knew that we were pregnant. Then we like the gender reveal was an episode, and then so from that, so even London could go back in time and just kind of listen to all these episodes. Like this is what my parents was on. So yeah, that's kind of cool to document the journey like that's like a time capsule. It is.
And I know for y'all, when it comes to like, let's go, just being a parent. Like, what's been like the journey like being a parent and some of the lessons y'all learned just as yourselves and just about just overall, I guess.
I love it. I love being a parent. It was one of the things like I was prepared to be a mother. Like you can never be 100% prepared for anything, but I was a little bit more mentally prepared to be a mother. I grew up with 2 little sisters in the household, so I've always had that nurturing factor there, that skill. And so when she came, you know, just baby in London and everything there, and then the homeschooling part is like, I really love that. So at first I didn't think I was going to be good at it, and as far as like homeschooling, teaching numbers, colors, things like that. I thought she was going to be like, okay, one of those kids that don't pay attention, they just run off and just be snacks, and then you'd be like, what's this color? And they say, But no, like, she is really like grasping everything, and she's retaining the knowledge. And when people see and they're like, no, you're really teaching her, and you can tell, like, I spend time with her, we sit there,
her development
we talk.
is like
It
expedited.
is amazing. And like the skills as far as the patience that I have too, and that was something to, you know, be learned. And I picked it up from learning with my sisters, and then when I actually was like thrown in to do it with London, it's one of those, when a baby is screaming and you're trying to figure out what's wrong, you know, some parents, they start getting hype and they kind of start screaming with them,
and then they get frustrated themselves,
right? And they get super frustrated. And so I have always made it a factor to, like, even if I feel myself like, oh my goodness, what she keep crying for, it's one of those, like, take a deep breath. And it's like, because she can't express herself, so this is the only way she can, so I'm taking time, like, what's wrong, mama? Let's figure it out.
Hold on. Yes and no to that. My bad. I gotta jump in.
No, she can. That's the only way she can express herself.
But she can talk. That's the thing. She can talk now, like full words, full sentences. So I'm like her. Patience is definitely one of the things I learned. But I started to get irritated because now we get into these. We get into the terrible twos, and with these terrible twos, like, she just like going in for no reason. Like, it's like, bro, just talk. Like, I know you can talk. What's wrong? Talk. She's trying to get away with the whining and this and that. And I'm like, I'm not for that. Now they say it don't last that long.
Like we ain't doing that. No.
Yeah.
Right. Like the whole point of us teaching you how to express yourself and talking to you and stuff is so that you learn how to talk. What is with this? Where'd you get this from? Even before we started the show, I'm like, I'm not a whiner. Your mom's not a whiner. Why are you whining? But it's just part of the process.
It's part of the growing.
But what I do like to do is, and Neezy knows this too, even if like we gotta like talk to her, or even if we gotta give her like a little pop on the legs for doing something she's not supposed to, we still pull her to the side and like talk to her and still let her know, like, okay, like, do you understand what you did wrong? Do you understand why? Do you understand that we still love you? Do you understand that we're still here to support you? So that she understands the whole thing of it. Now, quite frankly, I think she knows all that off top, because she'll do what she's not supposed to do, because she'll look at you and know that she's not supposed to do it.
She does.
And still do it. So
don't touch that.
Oh no, she.
Oh, yeah.
The one time she Char was like, all right, I'm gonna get you, and she was like, oh wow,
she did.
Like, sarcastic.
She sarcastically said, oh wow.
And I don't get.
Oh, you gonna get me, huh?
I don't get mad at the sarcasm, because I know where she got it from, and everybody's like, wait till she start using it on you. I knew it was coming. Why would I be mad? I'm actually proud. A lot of it, I'm not gonna lie to you, Smilez, like a lot of it, I admire and respect my daughter, and I'm kind of envious of it as the child in her, to be able to just do whatever she wants to do and to operate with that level of like fearlessness, right? So I'm trying to like lean into that myself, because with her, fear is a learned behavior, right? And kids don't start to fear things until like we teach them to fear it. So I'm not trying to teach her to like be fearful of nothing, because I want her to be a fearless, strong black woman. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, hey, do your thing.
It's BA, Black IRS, aka Black Wall Street, in the building.
This is E-Ray, the quasi-bad guy, the Diet Coke of evil, Peen Malenko, of course, the American cream, Brody Loads.
And I am your pod guy, your pod tribal chief, the boy A-Dub in the building. And this is Let Me Book the Territory, the greatest four-man wrestling podcast known to mankind.
Absolutely. And you can catch us now on Inaudible Ruckus Presents. And we'll be here every Friday, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're ready for it, to sweet me when you see me, and let the madness run wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me show you something. And I showed him Spodioti. Mm-hmm. He was like, what the like, I ain't never heard. I said, bro, this nigga can do anything. It's getting him to do it is the difficult part. Like that's the only thing I said. If I left it up to him, he would rap over the same beats. You know what I'm saying? I said, but I know what he likes. Yeah. But I also know what I like. I'm going for, you know, I care about the song, right? You know, he cares about the bars. So I'm like, okay, let's figure out the hook first. We can figure out the rest. Cause he can rap to anything, you know what I'm saying? So I think that, you know, just like I said, like him stepping out of his comfort zone for some things, me stepping out of my comfort zone for some things, and it just all came together really well.
Oh yeah, that's dope. What would y'all say is your favorite verse from each other on the project? I don't know if y'all thought about
my
that.
favorite verse from him, I think, is it Nobody? I think the ground lights, they illuminate. See, because the thing is, like, to hear it is one thing, but when you have what he's talking about, it's just something different about it. Because he's like, you know, the ground lights, they illuminate, the perfume that's spraying out the glove box fumigate. If you've ever had a Mercedes, you know it come with a little thing of perfume. That's the air freshener. It just sits in the glove box. When I bought the first one, I had no idea it was there. I'm like, why the fuck does this car smell so damn good? It wasn't until I had to get something out of there. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? And then it was low, and the shit cost like $120 to replace. So like, it's really perfume. Like, so like literally like hearing, you know what I'm saying? Like those things, like, damn, like, you know, like just that. And then like just his wordplays, like, you know, few bags out the sneaker store. Niggas diamonds fake. They wearing rhinestones. I flight the different times. I like, all right. Chill. So yeah, that's probably my favorite. And then the other one would probably be what's the one what is it? They want to hear me on my
PMA, right?
Is that PMA?
Yeah, PMA.
Yeah, that verse is fucking ridiculous.
I think for me, it's his first verse on the Love Lost interlude.
Okay.
Man, it was just different. It's just different. I think that was probably my favorite verse for him. It's just like, and then I think probably my favorite line from him, ironically, was probably Nobody. It was not a whip white like a storm the Capitol. I thought that was like a crazy line. I also thought that on, which one was it? On About Money, he brought a totally different flow to the song. And he actually brought the tempo of it up because mine was just kind of flat and monotone to go along with the sound of the song. But he elevated the level of the song. And I thought that, but hearing other people say that too, just kind of reassured what I already thought. Yeah. But yeah, that Love Lost, that first verse it was insane for me.
Yeah, I was like, I do like Love Lost because it's like a personal song.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, they talking about family and their moms and all that, and I was like, that's super dope.
I mean, and that's one of the ones that, you know, he was like, I don't know, because it don't have no drums on it. You know what I'm saying? It is literally just the sample. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like, nah, like I was like, bro, like I'm telling you, like let's just go on that hoe. Like let's just go. He was like, all right, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, because Love Lost, and which one was the other one? That's like Stars in the Roof. Yeah, Stars in the Roof. And it was mainly because of the story y'all told about how it came to be with your homie sending you the beat like the same day like his brother passed, and then hearing it, I was just like, this just feels so haunting. And like I was like, damn, I feel chills.
It's definitely eerie, man. But like I say, when everything starts to happen and you're with something like that, the songs write themselves, right?
When the stars align.
Yeah, when stars align, right? And you know, I sent that beat to him that morning. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock. By the time I got to his crib, he already had that outline, that hook outline. You know, and so to hear him do it, and it was like, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. And we just wrote our verses. A lot of the songs we did, we just wrote them on the spot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
I was telling somebody yesterday, like they like, man, like bro, like, you know, what was you going through? Like, what was your process? I was like, man, like literally we was writing them hoes on the spot. So literally whatever's going on, I'm putting it in that. Like, so on that song, we starting to work out our taxes. So literally you hear me say I'm sending out W-2s and K-1s to my day ones. Like, because that's literally, you know what I'm saying, like what's happening. You know, we preparing for the end of the year, so you know, it's just it's just divine, bro. Like how a lot of this came together.
Yeah, I'm definitely loving it. Again, with like love loss and y'all getting personable. I wanted to ask you about being fathers. I know, like last time we were talking about like how your daughter's into anime and all that. So I really just wanted to ask like the conversation y'all had between just you know just being black fathers to like you know your queen, because I know just from being friends with y'all and like seeing y'all on social, y'all both like, hey, yeah, I'm with my daughter.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that.
I mean, honestly, bro, like it's just so crazy to hear, because Emery's how old? 10, right? And so my daughter's 11. So I'm just like, is she into this? He like, nah, she ain't doing that. I'm like, all right, well, look, watch out for this, cause like at Layla school they doing this, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, we just try to keep each other, because man, these kids, and we grew up in the computer era, you know, we knew about smartphones, all of that kind of stuff, but these kids, they know way more than we do, and you can't take their just because they small for granted, because they know some shit that will you like, how the fuck did you or like, why are you
like, how did you unlock my phone and then transform it into like a whole other
bruh
man. Like, oh, I just did I've had this phone for 2 years and I ain't never knew my phone.
Layla, she so one of her friends was on punishment, and Layla has a lock on her phone. The girl watched Layla put her code in. She went and put her face as Face ID and gave Layla her phone back. So she was like, when she would take her phone, she's like, how are you unlocking my phone? She was like, oh, I just added my face to the Face ID. What? Like, child, what the hell? And mind you, the craziest part is the kid is like 7. So I'm like, man, like these kids, they just know so much, you know what I'm saying?
What up, though? It's your boy Uncle Skeeter, and you are listening to Inaudible Ruckus. Make sure you check us out on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and SoundCloud, and check out the website, inaudibleruckus.com. It's Inaudible Ruckus, motherfucker.
I'm really good at making beats, but that don't matter. Like, making beats is only 10% of what you need in the music industry. So, like I said, heard him, started crying. I talked to Gucci on the phone and everything. He wanted to sign me. Then like 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month later, that's when he went to jail for them 3 years.
Yeah.
Just my luck. Like, as soon as I get a Gucci placement, he rocking with me. He was like, he gonna do like 10 of the beats that I sent him. Then he goes to jail. So I thought that was my shot this whole time. Like, before I met Megan, I thought that was my shot. That's what I used to think all the time, 2015, 2016. I'm like, man, what if I already missed my shot? Yeah. Like, what if that was my shot and I already missed it? I should have just dropped everything and went to Atlanta, but I didn't. I was thinking with a different mind back then, because 2013, I was working at Papa John's.
Yeah.
I was having to pay bills. I'm like, I was thinking about failing. That's what I was scared of back then. And I was like, what if I get to Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? I know I got this Gucci placement, but what if I get to Atlanta and ain't nobody rocking with me? Or what if I get to Atlanta and fail, and now I got to come back to Houston? Now I lost my job at Papa John's. Now my roommates can't pay the bill because they missing my portion of the bills. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you thinking about the other people, like, damn.
Yeah, I was thinking about the other people, but I really should have just been thinking about myself and just dropped everything and just went to Atlanta. But I mean, it all worked. As you can see, it all worked out.
It all worked
but
out.
For the longest, that was in my head. Like, man, I didn't miss my shot, man. But it worked out. So
yeah, because I know I have like some homies that have like rap and do other things that have moved to Atlanta and end up having to move. I'm originally from Akron, Ohio, and had to either move back there or move back to like another city. Just like, hey, I tried it down there for a few years,
and that's what I was scared of.
Just didn't work out.
That's what I was scared. I was scared of rejection and not working out, because I just know in my head I've been living in a cloud since I graduated from high school. I've been living in a cloud. Like, I don't be worried about nothing else that's going on. All I was worried about was my beats. I didn't care if I had no electricity. Like, if I didn't care if I ain't had nothing to eat. All I was worried about was going to the studio, making sure I got some weed, so I can go to the studio and make some beats. That's all I was worried about, because I know if I got them 2 things, somebody gonna buy some beats. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna buy some beats where I got so I can pay my rent. Somebody gonna buy some beats where I can eat. You know what I'm saying? So if I just focus on them two things, I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah,
and that's what I did.
So, speak a little for when did you meet Meg? Because I know you said y'all had like the same manager. Is that how y'all met, having the same manager and everything, or whatever?
Okay, so T Ferris, which is her like role manager right now.
Yeah,
he's one of my managers too. I've been knowing T Ferris since 2013, 2012. He used to be Paul Wall and Mike Jones' manager. You probably heard Paul Wall mention him on Still Tipping. So that T Ferris. So I've been knowing him, like I said, since 2012, 2013. Him and Carl Crawford started 1501, the label that Megan signed to. They started that probably 2017. So June James, he produced Yosemite for Travis Scott. He produced Put a Date on It for Yo Gotti. He got a lot of placements. He is like go-to producer in Houston. So I was part of his production team, and I would be around him all the time. So T Ferris was his manager at first. Okay. So I would just be in the cut outside. Everybody been knowing that I go, you know what I'm saying, I go hard too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, they started 1501. This was probably March or April 2017. They get me in there as the main producer. Then they signed Megan probably like November or December 2017. Okay. So literally she got signed to the label. I never signed to the label. I was just like the main producer. She got signed to the label. I locked in with her. When nobody else giving her no beats in the city. DJ Chose was giving her beats, but other than that, nobody else was giving her beats. I locked in with her. The rest is history. Like literally, like they was like, T Ferris was like, oh, she needed some better beats. I come in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She came in. I gave her Big Old Freak. I gave her all the songs for Tina Snow.
Yeah, because I know she said you had made it back in 2016.
Yeah, I made Big Old Freak in 2016. Yeah. Like, I made that. Probably didn't have nothing to eat when I made that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a crazy time, but made that beat. That was, like I said, she came in 2017. So I played all my 2017 beats for her. And then my 2016 pack, that was the first beat I played in that pack. Because I used to listen to that. I used to listen to that beat all the time. Like in my car, just driving around. That would be one of the one beats on my phone that I listen to. Like when I'm just driving around. Because I knew that was a hit.
You like, I know this is the one.
I just
need somebody on it.
Exactly. I knew this was the one from the time I bounced it down. I'm like, this is the one. I don't know who gonna rap on it. Yeah. But if somebody raps on it, it's a hit. And then sure enough, she picked that beat. She made a song to it. We didn't know that was gonna be the hit. They were trying to push some other songs as a single when Tina Snow first came out. But once the mixtape dropped and everybody started listening to it, that's the one that had the star next to it. So they just ran with it.
Yeah.
And then
you look at them algorithms like, oh, this
is the one. So that's what ended up getting her signed to 300. Then they re-put out Tina Snow again, repackaged under 300 with Big Ol' Freak as the single. Dropped the video. Then Fever comes out. You know what I'm saying? I got majority of the tracks on there, and I got the track with the baby on it at the height of the baby. So I remember when we first posted the track list for the mixtape.
Because that's literally my favorite track, because I'm a DaBaby fan, so I was like, oh, this is
exactly
hard.
So as soon as the mixtape came out, or like when we put the track list out, everybody like, oh, she got a song with DaBaby? That's the one we're going to listen to first. You know
same thing I did.
So as soon as the mixtape came out, like that day, the song got the star next to it, and then it's just going crazy. I really wish they would have dropped the video. I saw the video. The video was crazy, but she didn't like the video, so.
What up, though? It's Uncle Skeeter, and you are listening to the Inaudible Ruckus podcast. Okay, make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and on SoundCloud. Okay, you can also go to the website and cop you some merch, inaudibleruckus.com/shop. Solid dudes, solid topics, solid music. Inaudible Ruckus. Motherfucker.
My best time, my best life now is right now.
Yeah.
You know, when I have all my kids, and you know, we all know there could be issues.
Yeah.
There could be beefing about something, and it happens. That's just what it is. You know, we got, I always say,
we love hard.
My kids' personality is like mine. Mm-hmm. You know, so sometimes it's hard for me to like myself. You know, I can understand. I see myself in my kids, so when they acting like me, you know, I know one of us got to back down, because if we don't, it's like clashing.
And I know it don't go anywhere. So I always say, and Johnny, I say it all the time, we got to learn to let things go. Because, yeah, you're going to piss me off today. But I can't, if I stay mad, what good is that going to do me?
Yeah.
And,
you
that's,
say we gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go.
We can't stay there.
You can't, yeah. I mean, come on.
And you're right. We all are a lot alike.
9 times 10, you can be mad at somebody while you're wasting your energy being mad. They're not even thinking about you.
Like, I don't know where there may be that Hawaii water, but especially me, Josh, me, Sean, and Dad, our attitudes are a lot similar. We're very stubborn people. What we say is what we mean, and no one is gonna change that. So, like Dad said, he's right. Somebody has to learn how to just be like, all right, whatever, fine. Because we're so strong in our opinions and our personalities.
We're definitely time heroes, all wounds type people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it just takes time. It don't gotta be a conversation.
Yeah.
You just like, you know what? I miss him.
Yeah.
I mean, I miss her. You know what I mean? Let's let it go.
Yeah.
It ain't that serious.
Yeah.
We don't need to rehash it. We don't need to talk about it.
We gotta talk about it.
Well, you said this, and then just let it go. If you let it go, just let it go.
Yeah.
Because soon, trust me, something else is going to come
And life
out.
is too short.
And it's too short.
And, I never want any one of us to go and we left off on this stupid, bad term that wasn't even nothing.
Some insignificant thing.
Yeah, some insignificant. It doesn't even matter.
You know, when you say that, both of my parents are dead. And that's the thing I always tell folks. Because me and my mother used to be in conflict a lot, Yeah. And I was just so grateful at that particular time in her life when she died that we was not in conflict. Because then there's no way to resolve it.
Yeah.
Then I'm stuck with that for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Me and my dad had great relationship. I mean, always had great relationship. That's, Josh is more like my father, as far as personality wise. Yeah. Always in a good mood. Nothing makes him mad.
Yeah, I've never seen Josh mad,
like nothing
ever.
makes them mad. So, and that's cool, But my mother, because she really was trying to raise me, you heard Tupac said this, it's hard for a woman to raise a man. When you're trying to raise a man, because my whole life I wanted to be an adult. I never wanted to be no kid. I mean, I always wanted to be grown. I don't want people telling me what to do. I want to do it. I mean, seriously, now you'll hear me say, stay a kid as long as you can. Don't let that go. Enjoy those days, man, because growing up, that's when your life really starts.
You want to be an adult much longer than you're a child.
Yes.
You're a kid, 17, 18, 21 years. You want to max it to 21.
Yeah. Or sometimes 31 years. You
got about 40, 50 years of being an adult.
I definitely learned that because after talking to one of my coworkers, I was like, I still don't really fully feel like an adult. He was like, hey, bro, I don't feel like I became a real adult until I was like 35. I was like, what?
I don't even know how you got to 30 right now. Like, you still my 15-year-old brother with hair on his face.
I used to have to tell Lisa, Lisa, stop talking like he's some kid. He's a grown man. Yeah. I'm like, but we still treat him like he's a little kid.
Yeah, he ain't lying. Yeah. And I have to be like, oh, yeah, he is grown. Like, I have to, when dad would say that, I feel like I forget he's grown. Yeah. He is a grown man.
I ain't even gonna get past 15.
I know.
He's 30. What?
He's just my little brother.
31?
Josh.
What?
Yeah. I'm like, he is 30-something years old. So.
Yeah. I was talking to one of my cousins recently because she mentioned about how she saw something I posted about, I think she said, she saw me eat like a salad or whatever. She's like, yeah, I saw you eating salad on Facebook, and I was just thinking like, I didn't think you was gonna make it that long. And she's like, nah, I see you eating salad and stuff. And she was like, what else? She's like, I ain't really talked to you. What else do you eat? And I was running. She was like, oh, what? Wow, you do that? You eat that? I was like, yep. I eat that. She was like, wow. Don't they just make you think if you just would have ate that stuff earlier? I was like, yep, I think about that all the time. If I would have just ate a little bit earlier.
So good. I could have eaten a lot of this. Yeah, we don't even know how you're alive right now. Like you're kind of like you're like an anomaly. Like who eats 5 things?
Yeah,
right.
For years and years and years and years.
Who eat bacon every day?
Bacon and fries.
I was telling somebody, y'all probably meet him when we leave, but our friend Ethan, when I started working out, he made me cut bacon out for that whole school year. I didn't eat bacon for 8 months.
He almost died, guaranteed.
But that was the funny thing. So when school ended, me and our two other friends that we lived with, we all stayed, and he went back home to Cleveland for the summer. And literally, like that next day, I went straight to the store and bought some bacon. I was like, oh shit, well, Ethan ain't here no more. I'm about to eat some bacon.
This dude used to travel with his own bacon, you know. Dude put it in his backpack. He got a pound of bacon in his backpack. Like, what do you do with that?
Who travels with bacon?
They might not have bacon where I'm going.
Yeah, exactly.
Like your mama with her salt.
Oh, yeah. I remember you were saying that. I was like, what?
Yeah, that was you with your bacon.
Quick thing I want to say, I'm proud of you, little bro. You're accomplishing big things in life, you know. I may not say it to you a lot, but trust me, I'm watching you. I see everything you're doing. I love you. You're doing big things, brother, and I'm proud of you.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I feel like crying right now.
So, Dad, I have a quick question, Josh. I hope you don't mind.
Okay.
But, Dad, all of your kids are grown. Like, how does that make you feel? You have your grandkids is grown.
It's really a good, like I said, it's a good time, though. It really is a good time because I can laugh and joke, and we can sit around and, you know, I don't be bored. I can, you know, and again, this is what you live for. You live to see these moments, you know what I mean, where things ain't always stressful about something this is wrong and this is wrong. And, you know, just like, you know, you get to a point in life, it's no different than you probably watching Jada and one day you want to see her blossom, you know what I mean? Where you can kind of, okay, I can let go a little bit. She's okay.
Yeah.
She's doing all right. I don't need to sit around and worry about it. So it's good. I don't go to when I go to bed at night, I don't worry about what are my kids doing right now.
Right.
You know, I don't have no fear of some phone call. So and so is doing this and he's doing this and well, you know what there's not people calling me, did you hear what so and so did today? Did you hear what so and so did today?
No.
So I don't have those kind of, and I don't have no, and I always tell folks, the one thing I say with my kids, I don't try to tell you how to live your life. No. Be who you are.
True.
I don't say go be a doctor, go be a lawyer. You got to get all A's. No, we all got our own personality, and I know that. I know because again, knowing your kids means knowing yourself. Yeah. Now your kids ain't gonna be much different than you. No matter what you think, no matter how you raise them, they're gonna be just. Again, you can look at some of your sisters. They weren't raised by Michelle, but they're just like her. You know what I mean? So your kids are who they are, and you have to know who you are. And if you don't like yourself, you're probably not going to like anybody who's just like you. And so that's why when people, if you see people just constantly fighting with their kids, especially the adult kids, there's something wrong with that picture. Yeah. I mean, something is very wrong with that picture when you can't let go and accept them for who they are. It's not. Again, at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself. and the more responsibility I take on, the less you're going to take on. And I seen that in my own family. When my mother died, my sister Regina, her life struggled because my mother did everything for her. And now there's no one to pick that up for her. Yeah. Now you got to figure it out at an adult age. And ain't nobody helping you now. Because they think you already got away all these years. Like, oh, like, oh, mama did everything for you. Now she gone. Then nobody's willing to help you. So, yeah, as adults, and I know you can take care of yourself. You don't need me to tell you what to do every day. No, it's good that you can say, like Lisa called me and said, Dad, can I ask you something? Well, that's cool. I mean, that's the one thing I like about it. You can say, go back to the day with Jada. It's like there's some comfort in knowing that you get an issue in your life and something happened. You can I can at least call this person. Mm-hmm. If something goes wrong, I can call this person. And I don't mean something major, but a flat tire can be a big problem. For a kid, if you need a new tire, shit, a new tire costs how much? Oh God, it makes me feel. I feel so much pleasure when I say, Jada, I got that for you. When you can solve something for it, because again, my goal is, I want you to get this back. It's not a one-sided thing. So just like if I'm helping you do something, you need to get that help back to somebody else. Yep. Whether it's your brother, your sister, your niece, your nephew, you just give it back. You show your appreciation by just giving back. Yep. And so, and I was telling Lisa earlier, I said, Jada lucky. She got 2 uncles who do things for her. I mean, she got a lot of people who do a lot of stuff for her. And none of us had that. None of us had an uncle or even a grandparent just giving you things and buying you things. You know, somebody you can say, hey, dad or granddad, hey, uncle. None of us had that. You know, and so to me, I'll say all of us together as a collection, Jada's probably benefiting the most out of it.
Yeah.
All these lessons we all learned.
And I'm happy for that.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
I'm
That's
happy
not-
to be a
yeah.
part of that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Totally okay with that.
So yeah, that's for me is just it's a good time in my life right now.
Yep.
Even with COVID.
That also reminded me. I was telling somebody recently how we were just talking about parents, and I was like, yeah, I really realized I probably am closer, and I talk to my parents a whole lot more now as an adult. I was like, because I know I can call them about like anything, like adult wise, or like, and I'm like, and I take in the advice way more, and it's like, okay, I get it now.
Like growing up, Dad, you would always tell us, I know me and Sean for sure, I'm not your friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he told me.
I'm your parent. I'm not your friend. But as an adult, that rule still applies. But is now my friend.
Yeah, we could be friends now. Not really.
No,
I mean,
and
really.
we do have a friendship too.
Yeah.
Like I know when the parent mode kick in and he ain't playing, but we also have a friendship. And it tripped Dad out one time when he came to visit us. And he said he left, and he started thinking, and he was like, "That girl more like me than I even ever thought she would be."
When people say, "Well, your kids like you," yeah, they supposed to be like me. Who else they supposed to be like? If they ain't like me, they ain't my kids.
Shit, I wear that badge of honor.
Yeah, me too.
I don't have no shame in it.
I'm proud to be like
Yeah,
him.
if you think that's an insult to me, that's not an
Like
insult.
I have some of my mom's traits, of course, because she's my mom. But I'm more like my dad than I even thought I would be.
All right, y'all. It's your boy Smilez. This has been a very special episode. You know, this past week was my birthday, so I decided to, take a break from recording any new episodes. But I hope y'all enjoyed this medley of just some of my favorite episodes that I've done recently. From Lil Ju Made the Beat, My Family, my guy Star and Saint Row, the Skeeters, shout out to, the Skeeters, Inaudible Ruckus, IR Presents, and it's the Inaudiverse. Just everybody that, just has been a part of this journey that I've had. So make sure you tune in, listen, like, rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff. And this is your boy Smilez, and we out. We'll be back to doing a new episode soon.